Hey guys, it's Josh the Bugman here. I'm gonna go over a couple things with you. There's a lot of people that get nervous this time of year. We're entering into the Formosan termite swarm season. So I'm about to take you to termite school, and this is class Termites 101. So the main two types of termites that we deal with in Southeast Texas are your eastern subterraneans, which is our native termites, and then you have the Formosan termites, which originated in Asia. They came in through the ports years and years ago and kind of spread over this area, and they're just as much as a problem now as our native termites. They are both a subterranean species, which just means their nest is under the ground, and then they tunnel up looking for food, and then they find our house. So one of the reasons it's so important to initially identify correctly on what type of termites you have is that when you're eastern subterranean, our native termites, those are the swarm that we just came through. You probably saw a lot of the swarmers. They're a single segmented little black body with wings, sometimes without wings. They lose their wings very quickly. You shouldn't be seeing those anymore. Now we're going to the Formosan swarm. But when they enter into a structure, whenever you treat the structure chemically and you get all points of entry, all your pipe accesses are on the slab, everything else, all the termites inside that structure will eventually return down to the ground. And when they do, they will meet the chemical barrier and die off. So they kind of organically die after you after you perform the home treatment. Now, again, why it's so important is to identify correctly. If it is the Formosan termites, when they enter into a structure, one of the first things they do is start constructing a secondary nest called a carton. So, and there can be multiple cartons from just one entry point. So when they get this carton made, they now possess the ability to survive apart from their primary nest that's in the ground. So even whenever you cut them off from this nest, they can still survive from this carton, and you still have an issue. I go behind companies all the time that either one, they just didn't treat the nest for some reason, or they didn't identify correctly, and they treated it as if they were eastern subterraneans, and then they left the nest. And so I'm having to go back, locate the nest, treat the nest, and stop the destruction that way. So this time of year, what you're going to experience is the swarm. Right now, so your Formosan swarm at nighttime, and we get tons of calls, want us to come out and inspect, and we have no problem doing that. One of my main jobs is to bring the customer peace of mind, and I have no issue doing that at all. I just want to kind of break it down and help you guys understand if you need to be alarmed, if you have a problem, if you don't have a problem. There's a lot of overnight experts this time of year that start telling people don't worry about it, then they tell people to worry about it. So there's some truth in both of that, and I'm going to kind of go over those truths with you and some of the disinformation. So basically, the queens in these two colonies will start producing the swarmers about 2 months out of the year. The swarmers' only purpose in life is to fly out, land in the ground, pair up as king and queen, start a colony, and then they start producing the ones that actually eat the wood, the cream colored ones that you see when you're digging around your mulch, or in the trees, in the roots, trees, and things like that. So you can literally leave your door in your house open, and you can have 1 million of these winged alates or swarmers fly in your house, and they just defeated their whole purpose in life. You do not have an issue. They cannot infest your house that way. It is just a nuisance and a mess to clean up. If they come in through some doorways or some window sills, you have a few of them, it's Mother Nature. There's nothing that you can do about that. Now, if these swarmers originate from the inside of the house, and you're having a swarm and they did not come in from a windowsill, you know, a doorway or opening, that is a symptom of an infestation, right? They're all part of one colony of termites. Your Formosan colony, you have your soldiers, you have the workers, and this time of year you're going to have your swarmers. So if you're having, you know, on the inside of the house and you know that they didn't come in, it wasn't just a few, they didn't come in from an opening, call somebody out there, you know, read their reviews, check their reputation, call someone out there that'll tell you the truth and give you a fair assessment. And I'll go ahead and tell you this right now. If you get somebody at your house and they are trying to instill fear into you or a sense of urgency, like your house is going to fall down overnight, I would probably stay away from them. You know, make sure it's someone who's telling you the truth and not trying to sell you on fear. You know, many years ago, I was like that. You know, I would say, "Oh my gosh, you have a few swarmers that come in your doorway. You have a colony nearby, and if you don't get it treated today, you know they're going to come in and they're going to eventually do some damage to your house." And that was wrong. You know, the truth is there's really no telling. I mean, I've seen houses that you would think they're 50, 60 years old. You would think they would have termites and they have no termites. I've seen houses that no one has moved in yet because it's so new and they have a termite tunnel coming up. You just never know. So check the reviews, get someone reputable, you know, get your house checked, and I hope this helps. God bless.